if you're a Capricorn born December 22nd to January 19th, what can you expect for the month of February 2019? Let's tune in and find out. So there's just a lot of action, just a lot of action. Like I want to snap my fingers and just boom, 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 boom. So much to do. And, but I'm excited about doing it too. And I just feel like there's movement. So even problems that you had are getting handled. So this is very much, it's about time. I feel like you're on a conveyor belt and everything is sparkling clean and working and in order. And I see you being able to move from being down on the line to being up above to being the manager, like you're wearing all these different hats and you're making it all happen. So it's really good. It's really powerful. And it feels like a really overall productive month. So I like that a lot. Let's look at, we've got February 4th. There's a new moon in Aquarius, and let's see how that might affect you. Unfortunately, you're going to have some time off. And I say that tongue in cheek because we know how much Capricorns love to work and enjoy themselves through their work. So the beginning of February, there's just this more of a lighthearted energy. So even with work, it's just easier. It's easy and breezy, and there's a little bit of fairy tale energy, and this is so great, and you can have all these visions, and you kind of like wave the magic wand around how it's going to look, and there's this really excitement about it. And Aquarians like to dream big, so you're under that influence of dreaming big and seeing things as positive and lighthearted. As we move further into the month, February 19th, there's a full moon in Virgo, and that's where everything kind of gets condensed and comes down into the box. And I see you looking at things more problematic. There might be something that stumps you a little bit, like how do I figure this out? What do I do? And it also feels like it shrinks the energy. So that sort of big pie in the sky, everything kind of gets shrunk down to how do I make this work? How am I going to work things out? So there's a big shift in the reality from taking it from the dream state to the actual physical state of having to roll up my sleeves and now, contemplating how do we make this work? How do I get it going? So there's something in your life or in your career that you're moving forward that is going to take some resolve. It's going to take some initiative. It's going to really, focus, need some hard work and some real definitive details. And of course, that's what Virgos are really good at, or filling in the details. So we've got this great full moon in Virgo to help you with all the details of what needs to be done and how to get things finalized. So I see movement happening, but there's a lot of details. And so if you're somebody who works really fast, bring other people in, allow other people to support you in getting the things done. Otherwise, it's going to be a nightmare for you because all these details, it'll just be consumed or overwhelmed with all the details. So make sure that you're hiring people that are going to support you in getting those details done, or you're going to end up pulling your hair out. Okay, so let's look at romantic relationships, coupled relationships. For those of you in a coupled romantic relationship, what's in store for you, Capricorns? Well, early in the month, it just feels exciting. Like I feel excited to be with my partner. I'm excited about some of you may have a getaway, or you may have a trip at the beginning of the month, but it feels happy and exciting and very much a really sweet romantic time together. And even if you do some work, it still feels like there's plenty of time for play and enjoyment and romance. So really nice energy. As we open up further in the month, you're going to have to just find time to connect with each other, make time to connect with each other. And leave the problems at the door, right? Leave the work, leave the family, leave the kids, leave the nonsense at the door, and then just concentrate on each other. And that's really going to allow your relationship to bloom. So Capricorns, leave your work at home. Don't take it to your spouse. Don't take it to your partner. It's going to create a weight in the relationship, and it's not going to forward either one of you. So if you want romance, you want love, go talk to the best friend. Or the other best friend, right? Talk to a coworker, dump it on somebody else. Don't bring it in this space, because this month it'll just kind of saturate and permeate it, and it'll just kind of stick and sink there. Because it's under the influence of that Virgo energy, and Virgos can be critical and yet sensitive. So that can be showing up in your romantic relationship. So you want to keep that intensity outside of the relationship. Have those conversations outside of the bedroom, and you're going to be happier. All right, so for single Capricorns, same goes for you. Don't talk about work. Don't talk about business. Talk about things that are lighthearted and fun. Talk about movies. Talk about cartoons. Talk about, things that are light and easy. And, it can be, you can talk about, Super Bowl or things like that, as long as you're not like so intense about, a certain team winning and you're going to lose it if they don't, right? So you want to talk about anything that is fun and free, but you want to stay away from work, because generally work is, you take very seriously and very intently, unless you're having success and you want to share that success, and then that gives you momentum. But be careful when you're talking with somebody new and you're connecting with somebody new. Look more at them, and if you want to talk about work, talk about their work. Ask them about their work. Ask them about their hopes and dreams and aspirations, and that will elevate the conversation, as opposed to you, who could dominate the conversation talking about yourself or talking about work. Okay, and but I do see lots of romance opening up for you if you want it, and lots of change in terms of like really seeing, who's not working for you and cutting them off the list, and not really having much conversation about it anymore. I don't see you really going too much to the past to get your fulfillment. I really see new energy coming in for you. Okay, let's look at money for Capricorns this month. So there are some things that need to be resolved, some bills that need to be paid, some situations that are bleeding that you need to stop, right? And you're aware of those. It doesn't feel anything new to me. It feels like things that you're already aware of need to be, stop the bleeding, get them handled and be done. And I feel like you're successful with that this month. I feel like those things that have been problematic, whether it's a bad business deal that you were in, or losing money on, anything that you've invested in, to, paying for lessons that your kid is not enjoying, right? There's a lot of different ways in which we just throw money out the window. I see you stopping that and being more money conscious in terms of where your dollars go, and being able to have more to show for it. Okay, let's see if anything about your career for Capricorns. So there's, I just feel like this geyser coming up inside of you, just like roaring through you. And it's new money. It's a newfound income stream that's just opening up inside of you. And it could be something that you've created. It could be something new that you've stumbled upon. It could be something that there's a joint venture partnership that you're a part of. But I just see you being this huge money tree and all these branches. So there's a lot of money that wants to come through you this month, and that really is deeply rooted in success. And this is full grown. It's not like this is a big tree. So this is a big opportunity, big deals, and lots of money. So pay attention to what you're involving yourself in this month, and don't run into it blindly just because I said there's a huge opportunity here. You still want to feel your way through it. You still want to vet it, but it feels huge and really solid. So wow, nice. It could be something too that you just started last month, but it is really powerful, and you're going to see it rooted in February. Okay, let's see anything about your health for Capricorns. Knees and ankles are coming up, joints coming up, right? And it's kind of like that old saying, don't get your nose out of joint, right? So it's that, don't let people get under your skin. It's like knees and joints, be flexible, right? Don't be so rigid in your business dealings, your partnerships, or, the people that you hire. You want to be a little more flexible with your ankles and your knees, and less controlling. And what that's going to do, it's going to help you be more in the flow and help success come to you, okay? And not to the point where people are walking on you and you're being a doormat. That's not what I'm talking about, right? That's not going to happen, because this month also you're getting rid of things that don't work for you. You're being done with conversations and with individuals who no longer support you or that you're in alignment with. So I see the universe just done, right? So people will just be removed from your life, and it could be that they just say, hey, you know what? I'm quitting, or you know what? I'm not going to do that. So people are going to find their voice around you. So if you don't get rid of them, they're going to remove themselves. So just know that that's what kind of is going across the board for everybody, is people are being rearranged and move out of our lives that don't support us anymore. Okay, let's look at anything else about let's look at your health. Oh, we just talked about your health, your knees and your ankles, and to be flexible. Okay. And, and always, whenever I bring up a specific body part, you want to be cautious then, right? So you want to watch where you're walking. You want to make sure you have the right kind of shoes on for what you're doing, right? So if you're going to be walking through the airport all day, traveling, wear sensible shoes. It's like that, if you're going to go outside on ice, don't be in high heels. It's just about paying attention so that you can avoid things too, right? Let's look at anything unexpected for Capricorns for February. Yeah, there's there's an unexpected energy of actually being heard. Like, wow, they actually listened to me. Like, wow, they actually took my idea and ran with it. Like, wow, they actually liked what I said. So I see you sort of shocked and surprised that people are nodding their heads and going, okay, yeah, okay, I'll play. Okay, that works for me. So this kind of like surprise that people are in alignment with you, in agreement with what you're saying and what you're doing. So it's a really nice unexpected surprise that you get so much support for your ideas and the direction that you're heading, and it really helps to build the confidence and allows you to expand on time, every time. And I see you moving in the right direction, and things are all the planets are moving forward for the month of February, all the way up to, I think it's March 6th. So we have all that time now to be planting good seeds, to be moving forward to every project that we want, or relationship goals or ideas that we have, from weight loss to starting a new business, to having a baby, to getting married, to dating and finding your soulmate, all things forward, to moving, to selling things. Now's the time to implement it and just live your life and what you want to do. Be authentic and be heard. So Capricorn, this is a great time. So I really feel excited for you, because it's moving forward and it doesn't feel as heavy or as intense as it's been. Now it can be, because there's some of that energy in here, but that kind of Saturn energy, but it's a personal choice, right? It's a personal choice for you to get upset or not. Don't get your nose out of joint, right? Don't. Just like, not worth it. Just not worth it. So if you can implement, it's not worth it, I'm not going to get upset, I'm going to be less controlling and be a little more in the flow, you're going to find February is a great match, a great month for you. All right, guys, have an amazing month. Thank you so much for watching my intuitive astrology. If you like it, please click like, share it with your friends, comment below, and I look forward to connecting with you again next month.